Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin has took risk on. Altcoins have took risk on with a beautiful, huge green weekly candle. The S&P 500 is now likely to take risk on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We are about to crack above a crucial level, and we could see gap ups tomorrow morning on Monday. Actually, tonight in overnight trading hours, we might see gap ups all the way up from 564 to 585 range. And that is not only on the gap up, but I mean this week, which is also going to trigger major short squeezes across the board. We have a beautiful, beautiful buildup, even if you don't care about the stock, in GameStop as well, with huge green candles and then us pressing against this floor, basically building out a spring. Now, the U.S. announced a China trade deal in Geneva today. President Trump also says that the U.S. negotiated a total reset with China during trade talks yesterday, and then he came out today and he said, "My next truth will be one of the most important and impactful I have ever issued." So let's talk about this. Let's talk about what's coming in the markets, the economic data that we have to pay attention to. And I want to get it all to you guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching this video, or your mothers as well. Without further ado, hopefully you guys enjoyed your weekend. Let's take some value out of this video, prep for the week. I made a Google Doc for Discord, and we're going to share it in today's video, what we have to prep and watch out for, how we make some money here. So that's it. Like the video. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. Turn post notifications on. Let's continue. So, lots of market hangups being cleared all at once. Shout out to Zip Trader, aka Charlie. But this is exactly it. A lot of uncertainty is clearing up. Trade deal with UK done. Trade deal with China looking to close, full finalization, which we'll talk about in a second. Polymarket showing many trade deals are expected before the end of July. Russia-Ukraine war de-escalating with Putin and Zelensky meeting next week. Trump Middle East tour next week. Is this bullish? Or is this just the calm before the storm? In my opinion, right now, as we sit, this is bullish. So we have the US and China reaching a trade deal. A former trade deal was confirmed via White House press release on May 11th, which is today. Now, this is so important because we actually have more announcements coming out tomorrow on the deal. So we know a deal was reached, but details aren't being released until Monday. So key officials, Scott Bessent, Jameson Greer, cited substantial progress. Expected risk on sentiment is going to come in industrials, tech, and semiconductors like Apple, Nvidia, Broadcom, retail consumer goods, Walmart, Costco, and then materials as well. Now, so with that data alone, what we're going to see is in my opinion, a very bullish start to the week, probably overnight trading coming into the markets. And this also leads us into more that we're seeing with major gamma ramps building on our short squeeze play that we're watching. But we have key macro data this week. Tuesday, producer price index. I can break this down very quickly for you. CPI inflation data. This CPI and PPI inflation data come out on Tuesday and on Thursday. Okay. These are going to give back all of the rally that Trump is about to cause. Hopefully he causes that, but you never know. He's a wild card. He says that most of the details are going to be left for Monday. So maybe he wants to see how the market reacts and he wants to, trigger it to sell off, right? Maybe it comes out as a nothing burger. We've seen this several times already in the past month. So that's definitely something to prepare for. You have to expect, the worst, expect the best, prepare for the worst, essentially. CPI inflation, PPI inflation, Tuesday and Thursday. This is going to tell the Fed and give them basically the trajectory as to how they want to go. What's going to go on for June, what's going to go on into September, towards the end of the year, so on and so on and so on. Ultimately, bullish summer looks like to be ahead. May, June, potentially a little bit of July, and then coming into September, October, we start to see the market start to crash again. That is essentially what we are watching out for coming into that bear winter that we're going to see. Okay, so these are the main things that we're seeing. Forecast for producer price index is 0.3% month over month. Wednesday, consumer price index 0.04. 0.4% month over month. This is going to be the main market mover on Wednesday. That is something that we have to watch out for as well. So okay, so it's looking like these numbers that I have in the Google Doc. I mixed up some of the dates here. These are the main dates here. PPI inflation data Thursday, CPI inflation data Tuesday. So remember those days. Earnings reports, we have major earnings reports, which we can see right here. Nothing that is significantly going to move the market. The main things that we have are obviously the trade deals that are happening, and then also the economic data that is coming out. The earnings, we don't really have main ones that are going to move the markets, but we do have some big ones like Walmart, Kava, Alibaba. These are all Thursday. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of explosiveness in the beginning of the week, and then it might cool down towards the end of the week, and then boom, explosive towards the end of the week. Overall, we have a very important week. We could see insane market volatility, not only for part of the week, but this is one of the weeks where we see the entire week is crazy, right? The entire week is good. The entire week is insane. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of the stock market this week are probably going to be nuts. So that's something to pay for, to watch out for. So trade deal. Okay, Fed and bond market outlook. Trade deal lowers inflation risk, bullish for bonds. Yields down. Fed futures indicate 60% chance of September rate cut. CPI on Wednesday will be the real test for bond and rate expectations. Summary, expect market strength Monday on trade optimism. CPI Wednesday is the major risk event, which will determine Fed path. Sector rotation, likely into industrials, tech, and global cyclicals. Now, maybe my data's off. Maybe their data's off. Let me actually just triple check that for you because I don't want to leave you. What exact date is CPI? Okay, because I want to know, is this Thursday? Is this Wednesday? Okay, so Wednesday is what we're looking at. Okay, moving on. We also have jobless claims Thursday, retail sales Thursday, New York Fed manufacturing index Thursday, Philly Fed manufacturing index Thursday, building permits Friday, housing starts Friday, consumer sentiment Friday, inflation expectations Friday as well. Ultimately, we have a very, very important week with trade deals coming together with China and the U.S. and Fed, basically White House officials saying that, listen, we weren't too far apart after all. In other words, China came together with the U.S. and we actually wanted very similar things, right? We wanted this very similar sides of the deal. We just wanted to clear things up, and it seems like we might get that here. Overall, the charts couldn't look more bullish across the board. We also have major gamma ramping on GameStop, which I could show you right here. If things start to go in our favor above $30, $35, $40, $45, then you see this gamma ramp really explode us past 125. And just to show you, this is more than bullish. This is a rocket prepped for higher. This is also a 1-year anniversary since Roy and Kitty posted this pay attention meme, right, with the guy leaning forward. Maybe we get a nothing burger tomorrow, but based on the expectations we're seeing with the market alone, with the economic data, we could see large moves and we could have a very fun week. So make sure to be in the Discord server. Also, I just figured I'd throw this in there as well. This could be absolutely nothing. And don't say, well, lottery stocks are bringing up random stuff. Oh, man, some of the comments, I can't believe your guys' brains are even on and working. But for the rest of you guys are awesome, amazing. I love you guys. You know who you are. Now, people are saying Blockbuster up almost 3K today. Other time, it was above 5 cents, and that was January 2021. You can see we haven't moved. We haven't gotten this spike since back here. And the point being, it's not about Blockbuster. It's about these random little plays that haven't seen movement since the first cycle. So something could be unraveling here. So that's just something to watch for. Guys, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, GameStop's Bitcoin purchase, I urge you to go watch that. If you care at all, if you're a GameStop investor or Bitcoin investor, go watch that video because you need to know what's going on over there. But yeah, that is it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend and enjoyed watching and found value out of the video. I'm excited for this week. Make sure to join my Discord server. It's the top link in the description where we talk stocks and crypto in there all day long. I post my trades. We have AI alerts that give you high success trade flow, market news, insider trade alerts, dark pool trade alerts, and more. So get in there, guys. Do not sleep on that. Totally worth the benefits. And then also, if you want free stocks and you want a trading account, so on and so on and so on, I got great links for you guys in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for 32,000 subscribers. It's really crazy that I actually get to do this every day and that this is what I do with you guys. So I appreciate all the support, all the love that you guys show on the videos. And yeah, that is what I got for you guys for today's video. Great weekend. Get in the Discord. I love you all. Lottery stocks out. Peace.